So tell me about Skogerektin. What is the Forestry Service's mission?
Our mission is to, from the outset, our mission has been to protect the remnants of the natural birchwoods and to grow more forests where appropriate. And what is appropriate has changed a little bit with time. And now, with an increased urgency to sequester carbon specifically, then we need larger growing, faster growing trees than the Icelandic birch to really get the job done, which is why we plant those for carbon sequestration specifically.
And what do you know now about carbon sequestration rates in comparison with, say, peat bogs that forests can deliver?
A vigorously growing young forest can deliver in Iceland from about 2 to 4 tons CO2 per hectare per year to about 15 to 20, depending on the species. So the native birch is at the low end of it, the poplars are at the high end of it. So young, vigorously growing forests can get that. Also depends on the site. You know, some are fertile, some are not. Peat bogs in Iceland are always below 1 ton CO2 per hectare per year.
Right.
In other words, the sequestration is much slower in peat bogs. There's just less vegetation to take the CO2 out of the atmosphere. Much of the CO2 that's taken out of the atmosphere by forests ends up in the soil also. There's a big soil buildup.
Right.
So that part is permanent. Even though the trees get old and die, the part that ends up in the soil is actually more or less permanent sequestration, like it is in peat bogs, if they remain undisturbed. And by minimizing disturbance in the forest and by regenerating in a way that we maintain a young, vigorously growing part of the forest all the time, we can maintain over larger areas a good sequestration rate in the forest. So the main point is not to let it get old, not to let it senesce and then start releasing carbon, but to regenerate. We're not going to be able to stop emitting CO2 totally, so sequestration will be the part that kind of finishes the job. And all of the Western European countries have set a date, 2040, 2050, something like that, to reach that.
Thröstur, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.